All right. Hey, if you're watching this, stay tuned. We're going to get started in just a second. You guys have to space out, okay? Every other seat. Don't run away right now. We're going to start in a minute. So. No? Hey, sorry about that. All right, now we're ready to start. I think we got everybody out of the bathrooms ready to go here. So, Happy New Year, everybody. I'm really excited about that. I know you're really excited for school starting. Some of you guys start tomorrow, some of you guys start Tuesday, right? So some of you guys get one extra whole day. Isn't that awesome? Hi to everybody watching online. Good to have you guys here too. So we're in this competition we call the Mole. You guys might have a little bit of an advantage because you can kind of see everything happening right now. We'll try to get people watching on Instagram Live a good view of the stuff that's happening, but you're going to miss out little segments of things. I'm going to talk a little bit about the mole so you guys know kind of how this works. For you 7th graders, I know it's like really confusing and there's all kinds of stuff to sort of like keep in mind and process. It's going to make a little bit more sense as we go here. Before I get to that though, a few announcements. Okay, one, not a super important announcement, but important to me. If this is your sweatshirt, claim it. Okay, because it got lost sometime around like fall break time. I really like it and I want it. Okay, so if no one claims it, it goes to Ryan's closet and then I wear it every now and then. Okay, I don't want to steal anything, so it's yours. Just claim it. No big deal. Just take it. At the end of the evening. Otherwise I'll just kind of put it in my wardrobe. I really like the school sweatshirts and things, so I can cheer for you guys and represent and all that stuff. So anyway, because I want it, claim it if it's yours that you don't want to really like. And thank you. Merry Christmas week. Sunday morning, I'm not stealing, okay? I'm giving people a chance to clean. Don't judge. Right? Those of you guys who know Leslie Lynch, raise your hand. Pretty much all of you. Okay? Here's what's happening. Because you know Leslie, and because you love Leslie, and I do too, we want you guys here next Sunday morning in the Club 456 room at either the 9:45 or 11 o'clock services. Okay, pick one of those. Come show up. It's Leslie's last Sunday. Okay, so we just, yeah, I know it's like, oh my goodness. I'll go into the details a little bit more later if you want to ask me about that. But it's Leslie's last Sunday with us, and we want to say goodbye, and we want to share memories with her, and we want to say thank you to Leslie. So you guys, not just the Club 456ers right now, it's you guys too that can come and hang out in that Club 456 room and share with her the stuff that you appreciate about her. It's important for us to say thank you. Okay, I think that's a spiritual exercise. It's a theological understanding we have of how God made us and how we're supposed to be thankful for what God's given us. Be here to thank Leslie for her service, for her wonderful teaching, share some memories, but you guys can be here as well. Real quick, please, yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, they're not leaving. This is going to be their last Sunday here. Okay, so they're still around the area. It has to be quick, yeah. I wish there would be food. If Leslie had like a awesome food right now that she loved that I could individually package and get to all of you guys, I would do that. But COVID, it's hard to do that. So normally, yes, this time. Banana Laughing Tackies. But you guys, hey, can you remember this? Because I'm not allowed to print out handouts to send home to you guys. You guys got to remember this. Okay, be here Sunday morning, Club 456. All right, good. Some of you guys looked out your phone. All right, write stuff down. Also, while you guys have those out, another announcement for you girls. Okay, guys got to do video game night a few weeks ago. Girls, we've been waiting for this to get kind of permission to do this, get the payment in, make this happen. We have a private stream just for our middle school and high school girls from WCC and their friends. Invite friends. We got the girls. To North Point Cinemas, you have your own theater rented out next Saturday, this upcoming Saturday, less than a week away. North Point Cinemas, 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. You guys can watch a private screening just for you guys of Wonder Woman 84. Okay, so we got that out there. Here's the deal: you bring $5. You bring $5, you get to watch the show just for our group. That's awesome having your own theater. You also get a box of candy. If you want anything beyond that, bring your money for it. Okay, so if you want drink, you want popcorn, whatever, bring money for that. It's a good deal though if you're just there and you don't get super hungry or thirsty or anything, you just happy with your box of popcorn you get. Just bring $5. You get your own theater. We've been working really hard to make sure that we can reserve this for you guys. But it's open to not just you guys, but you can invite friends out there too. Kind of private streaming just for you guys. So it's our girls' day, hey, you think you're awesome kind of celebration thing going on this upcoming Saturday at North Point. Okay, so type that down. I can't give you handouts. You guys got to remember this. If you could register online, it helps us to know how many people prepare for it. It's not necessary, but we'd love for you to do it. So go on the website and sign up there. We'd love to have you do that just so we know about how many people we've got. But you don't have to. If it gets to be Friday night, oh, I didn't register yet. Still show up. Okay, bring your $5. It's all good. And invite friends out there. They are welcome. All ladies, middle school, high school can come out and hang out and watch Wonder Woman. So, all right. Last announcement that I have time to make. January 17th, we're going to go in an extended youth group on that evening. Okay, January 17th goes till 9 o'clock. Now, some of you guys have school the next morning, and some of you guys come in from 20, 30 minutes away, and you're not able to stay till 9 o'clock. That's fine. I will make sure that you guys that cannot stay, we're watching a little video clip. I'm going to send that DVD home with you if you have to go at 8 o'clock that evening. Okay, so you haven't missed anything. But I want to go till 9 o'clock because we got a lot of video to watch for this series, and we got to take advantage of the opportunity to do that. A lot of times we have overnights this time of year, and we're able to get that extra sort of game and video time in. We don't have overnights, we don't have to do that right now, but we can do the extended kind of version of stuff. So we're doing the best we can to make sure we get everything for this series in, and that involves January 17th extended weeks at 9 o'clock. So plan for that if you guys can. If you're not able to do that, that's fine. You won't miss anything. We'll send it home with you. That's the next best sort of thing for you guys. Okay? All right. Let's talk about the mole. The mole is happening. Tonight is the first night. You're going to get a challenge to do every night that we meet for the mole. I'm going to explain tonight's challenge in just a little bit. But if you accomplish this challenge, you're going to get a number of points. Okay? Those points are later going to translate to money that goes to your missions organizations. The mission organizations you guys chose to support are going to benefit from the points that you guys can win each night that we meet for the mole. If you do not accomplish the challenge, those points go to a secret sabotaging group that we call the mole. All right? So it's either you get them for you, or they go to the bad guys or bad girls called the mole. These are the missions organizations that you guys picked. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but I've got 7th grade boys who are doing World Compassion Network. Is that correct? Right? We'll say it is. All right. If not, well, let me know. We'll change it up. 7th grade girls, Paula's 7th grade girls group doing Heartline Pregnancy Center. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. 7th grade girls, Hannah and Brielle's group. Okay. Normally, I don't like splitting it up, but there's a lot of people that feel strongly about certain organizations. So my challenge is that for you guys to support these groups, H&H, Heartline, or Ethnos 360, I have a special donation, triple donation jar for you guys. You guys just kind of split your donations into the organization you want to support. I have high hopes for you guys and Hannah and Brielle's group. Okay, I normally don't do three organizations, but I think you guys can pull it off. 8th grade girls, it's WCN, I believe.
What is that?
World Compassion Network.
What is that?
I'm married to your small group leader. It's a World Compassion Network. Okay, I know this. 8th grade boys, Heartline Pregnancy Center. Oh, talk about that later, okay? You guys I've heard from my wife on this one. That is where it goes. Okay, so those are the groups you're playing for. Now, it's not just earning points when we're competing on Sunday evenings. It's also the money you guys bring in on Sunday nights. You're raising money for these organizations. Okay, so you bring money in. Your group is going to get a collection jar, which you're going to fill really quick because these are tiny, right? You're just going to stuff money in, and you're going to be like, Ryan, we need a bigger jar to collect all this money. Now, we'll give you a bigger jar, but bring your money in. We're going to collect as much money as we can from these awesome missions organizations. The points that you earn, like I said, translate into dollars later on. I want you to know, this is really important, so listen to me a second, okay? The money you bring in, you can't lose from your organization. Okay, so I know we're in the mole gets some points here and there. The money you bring in for WCN, if it's for your group, it goes to WCN, 100%. Okay, so it's not like we're taking your money and be like, you lose it, goes to the other organization. No, we don't do that. Okay, it goes to the organization that you guys are supporting. Be generous with it. I know you guys got tons of cash for Christmas, so maybe take a portion of that. That's good. Send it off to these awesome missions organizations that you guys are supporting. End of the series, January 31st is our party. We're going to reveal all of our secrets, figure out how the mole did it or didn't do it. And we're going to give you guys all a quiz. Everybody takes this quiz. We're going to see not only did you pick the identity of the mole, but how much you figured out about them. Okay, so it's not good enough to just know who the mole is. You got to know how they work. So you got to be attentive. You got to watch how they did their thing and maybe take some notes here and there. And then do the very best you can on the quiz, because there will be some winners, and we have some fabulous prizes for the individuals who can win this competition. We do have, gracing our presence this evening, last year's winner, Mr. Remington Ribble, was he had greatness in the house. Okay, he blew away everyone else last year. He's a genius when it comes to this. You might want to just watch him. He might be your role this year. I don't know. We'll see. That could be the case this year too. But he's going for 2 in a row. See if you guys can do better than him at figuring out the details of who the mole is and what they did to try to sabotage your competitions. Now, I have picked the mole already. The mole knows who they are. If you did not hear from me that you are the mole, you are not the mole. Okay? Now, playing this game involves a little bit of intelligence and shrewdness and sneaking around a little bit. And even if you're not the mole, some people do it this way. They try to kind of pretend like they're a little bit shady sometimes. They're still trying to win the points because that's the goal. You got to win the points. But sometimes they look a little bit suspicious because they know if I can throw everyone else off in thinking that I'm the mole, I have an advantage because I know I'm not. Okay, so they're thinking it's me. I'm going to have an advantage on the quiz. They're not going to benefit it's me. So that's sometimes the mentality of people out there. So just be careful of that. Don't trust just because you think, oh, notice this thing looks like they're trying to sabotage things. Be careful about that. Someone might be trying to throw you. And I might, set someone up to try to throw you. I don't know. Last thing here, I'm going to be giving you guys clues. I see your hand, Tate. I'll get to you in just a second. I'm going to be giving you guys clues to the identity of the mole as we go through this series. Now, these clues are like Sherlock Holmes type clues. All right, you got to be really good to catch this stuff. But it might be in something I say on Sunday evenings. It might be in an Instagram post I make. It might be, not that we have handouts, it might be something in a handout if there is a handout there. There'll be subtle clues every night I give you. You got to be super attentive, whereby you might make a connection there that makes the mole obvious to you. They're very difficult ones, but hey, this is my fun part of the series. I get to be super sneaky. And I will share with you what those clues were on January 31st, and you'll be like, oh man, I should have got that and do that, But that's my fun part. Your fun part is you get to compete, earn some money for your organizations, and bring in money that's going to go directly to them too. All right, really quick, then I got to get to our challenge. Go ahead. Sorry, I got Taylor, Warren, and Cruz. You're in a triangle here. I'll start with Cruz and go to Taylor. Yeah. Both. There's a youth group mole. There's one group in here. Let me tell you what the suspects are. Okay. 7th grade boys. 7th grade girls, Paula's group. 7th grade girls, Hannah and Brielle's group. 8th grade girls, 8th grade boys. 1 in 5 chance. So right now, you got 20% chance. You just automatically think, well, these people are shady. They're really suspicious. You might be right. 20% chance, not too bad. But there's your suspects right there. So they're trying to stay undercover. If most people here pick the identity of the mole, they lose all their points back to you guys. Okay? So that's never happened in the 14 years I've been doing this. But if we get to quiz time and most of the group identifies who the mole is, they lose all their points. So they are under pressure to not just try to sabotage things, but to keep their identities secret. That's a motivating factor for them because they want to keep their points. They want to earn that extra amount of money. Taya, what is your question? Yes.
So how are we supposed to know who's in Paul's group and who is Brielle's group?
If you're in Paula's group, raise your hand.
Well, that's not gonna help me.
Look right now and memorize faces, people, all right? All right, thank you, ladies. I'll put your hands down. If you're in Hannah and Brielle's group, raise your hand. There you go. That's what you get right there. There you go. There you go. All right. Hey, you should be like thick now. You know each other. You're friends. Okay, so I'm not going to answer every question. I will get to as many as I can. Yes. You need to hurry up, Claire. What's up? Because we have lots of 7th grade girls. Taylor, there's another question. What were they raising money for last year?
The same thing.
No, it was, I can't remember. There is an organization that the mole picks every year that's kind of like their secret organization. I can't remember exactly. That's a good question. I'll have to look it up in the archives. Lauren!
What if you don't have the secret? I thought I was screaming for the
Then be here.
That's just gonna help you.
Then be here. This better be good, Hopla. So what?
You're the mole.
Could be. I have lots of those. I have to get them removed every now and then. But, no, I'm neutral in this. Small group leaders are helping me. They're pretty much neutral, but they can mess around with us. First competition tonight. We need to get started. I need a trustworthy small group. Of these 5 groups, who can you trust right now? I'm looking for him. I'm going to do this. First hands I saw, 7th grade boys. Come on, 7th grade boys. Come on up. All right, you need to listen close because I will not explain things twice. This is your challenge for the evening. boys, you are not going to be competing in this challenge. You're going to be designating people to do these roles. There are 3 roles tonight. This is like a triathlon. Some people tonight are going to be runners. You're going to pick who's going to be runners. Some people tonight are going to be balancers. They got to have a good sense of balance. They can take things slow, methodical, not make mistakes. And some people tonight are going to be shooters. Okay, so people that are naturally maybe good, easing into aiming at things, pulling triggers, they can get targets. All right? Here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. Listen up. All of you, not these guys, all of you are going to be given one of those 3 roles. Okay? The starting people are going to be the runners. When these guys, who are your leaders, pick the runners, all the runners can go. The runners are going to take a course here through the building. They're going to go through the center aisle, cone to cone, go up the stairs through the Club 456 room, down the hallway, turn around at Denny's office, come back down the staircase that's alongside the balcony here, down here, and listen up, runners run 2 laps around the auditorium, and then tag one of the balancers, and then the balancers can go. Runners, you may not skip any steps. We will be watching. You may not skip any steps. Balancers. I'm only explaining this once. Balancers. Only one time. That's part of the competition. Balancers. You guys are going to walk along the ropes that you see outside the auditorium. When you get tagged, you're going to do the balance. It's not really a beam, it's a balance rope competition. You have to keep both feet on the ropes. If ever there is a time where both feet are off a rope, Paula's going to help monitor this. Paula's going to be watching you, and she's going to tell you to go back to the beginning. You have to start again. There's obstacles on the way. You can't move the obstacle. You can touch the obstacle to go around it. You can't hop over it because that'd be too easy. You can move around it, but you can't move the actual obstacle. Balancers, you're going to go around the rope course. It's going to take you back to that door again at the end. You're going to come in the auditorium and tag one of the shooters. Shooters, there are 7 laser tag guns, so you guys can pick up to 7 people to do the shooting. 7 laser tag guns in here. Shooters, you're going to take your laser tag gun and you're going to aim it at the laser tag gun across from you in the auditorium. You see it set up on the chairs over here. And you're going to shoot at those guns until, you'll notice you're hitting them if the bright red light lights up on these laser tag guns. You're going to shoot it until they deactivate, okay? It takes about 6 hits. All right, so good marksman shooting over here at your target. When they deactivate, you are done. Those are the 3 rolls. Once all of those are finished, once the last laser tag gun gets deactivated, you're done. You have to do all these things in 15 minutes, or you fail and the points go to the mole. Real quick, yes?
Okay, so how do we know when they're deactivated?
They will make a sound and they will go blank. Okay, they start purple, they go blank. All right, I will be here to monitor that. I will tell you. What was your question, real quick? Yes. Can I what? All right, runners, you're going out this door, make a left up the stairs to the Club 456 room, down the hall to Denny Wilson's office, turn around, come back this way across the bridge, the upper bridge, down the stairs over here, and back in here for 2 laps around the auditorium. That's your running course. All right, leaders, you have right now to pick who's going to do what. Here's what will disqualify you. If anyone in here is not doing a job, or if anyone does 2 jobs or 3 jobs, you're disqualified. Everyone has to do a job, except for small groups. Yes. You have to have about an equal division, okay? So it looks like about 7 people per job. If there's some that are 5, some that are 8, that's fine, okay? But that's a good question. We only have 7 guns for laser taggers, but other than that, you can mix it up a little bit, okay? All right, I'm going to start turning on the laser tag guns. You guys, when I'm done with the laser tag guns, the countdown's going to start. Make sure you guys all get a job or you get disqualified. Yes? No, when you're done running, your job is done. You tag one of the balancers. Balancers, you guys wait at that back door there for the runners to get done. Okay? All right. You guys start going out there deciding who does what. Runners, do you know who you are?
Sure.
That's all right. All right, first person go. First person go.
Go, tag him.
Next person go.
Where's Aaron?
Next person go. All right, when the last runner gets here, all of you guys can go. Tag the first person over here. And then runners, you're done. Good job, good job. Addie tag the next balancer. All right, remember, hey, feet on the ropes. All right, Addie, were you last? All right, rest of you guys can go. Go ahead, all of you guys can go. Here you go, balancers. You're doing it right. Just make sure there's never a time where both feet are off the ropes. or else we're going to send you back. Okay, runners, you're all done. You can just chill. Good job, runners. Way to go, way to go. All right, so as soon as a balancer comes in here, they can tag any one of you guys with the laser tag gun. You're going to shoot at one of the ones across the way.
We don't have any balancers in our group.
That's fine. That's fine. You guys just wait. You have to eventually deactivate all those guns down there, okay? Eventually you have to deactivate all the laser tag guns. Not yet. All right. So good. Leaders, you guys can help out with advice, but you can't do anything for them, okay? Oh, busted. Man.
Here.
Wait. Colton, I filmed that.
I don't think I got two of my guys in my group.
All right. No cheating around here. All right, we got a balancer coming to the end. This is made of love. Good job, Logan. Way to go. Way to go. This is our lead balancer. Okay, that's fine. You can encourage. Good job. Way to get around that hand sanitizer. Wait. Time out. Did you put feet on that black platform instead of the rope?
Maybe.
Logan. So sad, man.
No.
So sad.
I have to restart, don't I?
I got. You're at the very end, and now I got to tell you to turn around. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
She did too.
So sad. You guys got to start over. Yeah, you got to touch the rope, not the black platform, okay? It's all right. You got time. There you go. Hey, the black platform doesn't count as the rope, you guys. The black platform does not count as the rope. So when you go across this, you guys have to keep touching the rope with a foot. No, touch a rope. Always touch a rope. I didn't say it was fair. Blame your leaders. They gave you these jobs. I mean, gee.
They're not our leaders. If anything,
They're not
they're
leaders.
younger than us.
Right. I mean, does the shooters have to, when they come, they have to shoot?
Yes, they are.
No, shooters just get tagged and then they have to deactivate the laser tag guns. Almost there. Good. I'm watching. Okay, tag one of the laser tag guns. Tag one of the laser tag gun shooters.
Everybody, go tag everybody. I'm not running.
Stupid course.
All right, wait till you're tagged to start shooting. Oh man, we got some slow balancers. Don't move ahead of the ropes. Yes.
So for our 7th grade mission partner, we talked about it and I thought it was Media 7.
Oh, is it Media 7?
I think
Okay.
so. Can
I think you're right. Yeah, you can change it up there. Yeah. I think you're right now that you mention it. All right, don't move ahead of the ropes, you guys. Don't give them help. You guys can't help them. They have to shoot. They have to knock out the laser tag guns. All right, take your time to aim, you guys. Take your time to aim.
Ryan, they're not moving.
Hey, you guys are blocking people. You understand this? You're blocking people. You're blocking. So am I, actually. You guys got to move out of the way. Your team is trying to compete here.
Matrix 4.
Get out of here. All right, you guys are in the way, by the way. You're still blocking shots.
I'm not blocking.
You guys are really suspicious, by the way. But
Block shots.
keep going, laser taggers. You got 7 minutes. 7 minutes.
Ryan, it's like impossible to hit these things.
Oh, you got one. You got one. You got one. One's out.
Michael, get out of the way.
One's out. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Did you hit any yet? All right, keep going. You got to be steady. You got to be steady.
Hi.
You got 6.5 to knock them all out. Josh, you can't touch the laser tag gun. Oh, you got 3 out. There's 3 out. You guys got 4 more. Do these over here. Come on, you guys. Get them, get them, get them. You got 4 more. 3 down, 4 to go. You guys, aim carefully. Oh, good, good, good. Oh, 2 more, 2 more. Come on, you guys. You can do this. 2 more, 2 more, 2 more. 1 more, 1 more. 1 more, 1 more. Get it, you guys. This is a tough one. You guys almost got him. You got plenty of time. You got plenty of time. That's really not aiming, but all right. You still got 5 minutes left, you guys. That's the toughest one. Let's see here. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, you're hitting it, you're hitting it. Someone's getting it, someone's getting it. I saw it get hit. Good job. Someone's getting it. Yeah, you got plenty of time, plenty of time, plenty of time. You guys got this one. You guys got this one. Oh, someone hit it. Someone hit it. Oh, it's got to be close now. Come on, one more hit, you guys. Hey, we did it! Good job, you guys. Okay, everybody have a seat. Everybody have a seat. Good job. You did it. Very good. You guys got your 75 points tonight. Great job. Way to go. You guys had time to spare. Great job, guys. All right, give yourself a hand. You guys did it. Great job. Oh, look, you got to do it again. Now, so there's a technicality I have to take care of. Now, I need to know this honor system. Was there anybody who was not given a job? Besides you leaders. Okay, you leaders, that was your job to be leaders tonight. Is there anybody who did not do one of those 3 challenges? Runner, balance, bouncer, or shooter? Anybody? Okay, just making sure, because I did say that was a disqualifier. Someone did not get the job, and you roll with the bill tonight. Guess you, great job. Okay, that was awesome. You had still 3 minutes to spare. I know the balancing thing. Some of you guys stepped on the hand sanitizer thing and I told you to go back. Paul probably told you guys to come back if you messed that up. But hey, great job, you guys. Proud of you guys. 75 points. So what that does again is that's going to get translated into money that goes to your missions organizations. Okay, so the mole was not able to sabotage you guys tonight. So something to think about is if you were observing how things went down, who was suspicious, who was maybe trying to throw the game a little bit, who was trying to stall things, who was trying to mess things up. Think that over in your head. Be nice, if you're making accusations, this is a game, so don't get mean with people if you think they're, It might have been your leaders, if you thought your leaders gave you a horrible role, they're the mole. Just blame them. Yeah. All right, so I will update that, but along with this series, you guys, we're going to look at a reality series from, oh my goodness, a long time ago, like 15, 16 years ago, called The Mole. This is like a long series, there's like 14 episodes. We got like 4 weeks to watch it, so we're going to really condense it. But we're going to start at the beginning of the show. This is really poor video quality. It's the only video I could get of this series. It's really cool. I love the characters. You'll like watching this too. But they're doing really similar stuff to what we're doing. Okay, there's a sabotaging person in here that's trying to keep the group from winning some money. We'll see how they do with their first meeting and first challenges here. Trent, go ahead and play the video.
Yeah, Trent. Yeah, Trent. This is old.
Completely disoriented, and believe me, it is only going to get worse. Players, remove your blindfolds. 14 strangers are about to embark on an adventure unlike any other. These players have to work together to earn money that in the end, only one of them will win. One of these players is the Mole, a double agent we hired working for us against the other 13. At the end of each episode, the players take the quiz, 10 questions about the Mole. The quiz determines who stays and who goes because the player who scores the lowest on the quiz is executed, sent home immediately. Up to $1 million hinges on discovering who is the Mole. Visit Al, a distribution manager from Selden, New York. Katie, a Spanish teacher from Hennecook, New Hampshire. Allie, a nurse from Chicago, Illinois. Bill, a retired rear admiral and surgeon from Harvard, Washington. Myra, an airline pilot from San Diego, California. Doran, a musician from New York City. Bob, a financial consultant from Redlands, California. Bruce, a ski instructor from Austin, Texas. Darwin, an attorney from New York City. Patrick, a city manager from Plainsboro, New Jersey. Heather, a PR account supervisor from Dallas, Texas. Elavia, a sales rep from Passaic, New Jersey. Lisa, an assistant U.S. attorney and beer vendor from Chicago, Illinois. Or Rob, a magician and videographer from Rochester Hills, Michigan. If you're going to do well in the coming weeks, you're going to need the ability to make judgments about each other quickly. This first game will be a test of how accurate your first impressions of each other are. I want you all to pick 2 people you think are natural-born leaders.
Yes, yes.
Bill's a retired admiral. Pretty clear that he's leader type.
Volunteers?
I think it'd be turn.
Yeah.
I was surprised they picked me. I think most people don't really like lawyers.
You'll find backpacks in the next room. I want you to fill up the backpacks with some warm clothes for an overnight trip. Leaders, I want you to assess the other players. The judgments you make about them may help you win in this next game. As the players pack their bags, the leaders take time to gather information.
Yeah, I remember being when I asked the temple I can jog a little, but running is not my forte. I do it, but it's not like 2 minutes. Has everybody had camp before? You can't really tell by looking at someone who's athletic and who's not.
Your 12 fellow players are going to be competing in 3 separate games, so it's up to you to decide which players will be best for each game. The first is a bike and crossbow biathlon. It tests both accuracy and athletic ability. 3 players have to be selected in that game. The second game is the pulse rope walk. It tests both physical and mental control. 4 players have to be selected to walk the tightrope strung between 3 very high trees. And the trick is they have to keep their heart rate below 130 beats per minute. The final game is for who you think are the 5 bravest players. It's called the Swing for Life. Propels players from a bridge above a raging river. Not only will you choose the participants in each game, but you have to bet on the likelihood that each group will succeed. One game is worth $40,000, one game can be worth $20,000, and one game will be worth $0.
I think the biathlon's the most solid bet. Oh, I do too. How about we put Bob, Briggs, and Rob on the bike event because they all look somewhat athletic.
Just to keep in mind, you may be putting them all in one of these events.
I'm not going to worry too much about that.
So one of you can be them all.
Yeah. Well, it's possible.
You have 30 minutes for this. On your marks, get set, go. Each player must ride down a steep hill, retrieve 2 arrows, fight back, and shoot at least 1 arrow into the bullseye. The players won't know how much their leaders wagered on each game until all of today's games are completed.
He's coasting all the way down there, and he has to paddle all the way back up. He's going to be stuck.
That hill was much more difficult than I expected because of the altitude. My legs just locked up. I ate it.
Bob! Come on! There you go, there you go, there you go. All the way across.
Oh, man.
It's not as easy as it looks.
Bob takes time to catch his breath as the clock continues counting down. Bob has 1 arrow left. If he should miss, he has to ride all the way back down the hill and retrieve 2 more arrows.
Watching the players and look at each player's performance and say, well, that's suspicious or not. I would think it would be odd that the first day the mold would make an over move.
Let's go, ready?
In fact, for the mold to really bust again and do great and be a star would be a great strategy.
Do you have to be behind the line?
Close. Very close. That's like an inch up. Let's see how Rob gets here. You know, it's comfortable on that bike, doesn't it? Seems like strategic remake. Well, I can agree with that.
When Rob came up that hill and he was puking white, my first thought was, we got a suspect here.
They were pretty close each time. And the second time they made the adjustment, they hit it, both of them. So if he didn't hit these, well, if he doesn't get that, he's going to go back down again. Let's go, Rob!
Not a big bike are you?
It comes back in a second. Hold on.
Congratulations. I'm pretty sure we'll find out later if you actually won any money.
I think I aroused some suspicion from people, but hey, whatever works.
Now this second game is called the pulse rope walk. Heather, Lisa, Myra, and Al, 4 of you have been selected to walk across that tightrope that's rigged high up in the trees. Now, I hope none of you are afraid of heights, because you're also going to be wearing a heart monitor. And if your heart rate goes above 130 beats per minute, you have to stop exactly where you are on the tightrope and wait until your heart rate drops below 130 beats per minute. It's going out. The first 3 players who cross the tightrope will be crossing the tightrope on the lower section. The last player will not only have to cross the lower rope, but also cross the higher rope above it. You will have 1 hour for all of you to complete this tightrope walk.
I know. I'm just scared. Cold. How do you feel? That's fine.
It's not working. My heart rate's up.
I should be all right. And then you go third.
Yeah, no. I'm not working. The height doesn't worry me. It's nervousness. It's just a nervousness here of not doing it.
We looked at the players and tried to pick the girls that we thought would be the calmest in the very brief exposure that we've had to them to this point.
Here you go, no worries.
Looking good, Heather.
Steady heartbeat. Look at that.
He's as cool as the other side of the door.
Heather went across that and she had a pulse rate lower than my resting rate.
Oh, nicely done.
A natural selection for the role is Myra, the airline pilot. She's used to high places. That shouldn't bother her at all.
Heights are one of my favorites. You know, looking down. And the plane, that's something else.
Say Lisa's a litigator. She's used to fire and pressure.
I hear a peep at either one of these because of the end. Yeah, it's pretty focused.
Oh my God, the same folks.
Yeah. After watching you guys do
Do it. 3 women did it. 3 minutes left.
That's it. You're too insulting if I fall.
Take some deep breaths and relax.
I'm fine. I don't know. I think the thing's not working right. I mean, I'm ready to go.
You just really gung ho. Like, you just tell you everything you see it.
The way he acts.
But honestly,
Yeah, but you can't.
can't be a heart rate.
I'm not really saying he's faking it. Just think it's weird.
After 8 minutes, Al's heart rate finally drops below 130, allowing him to continue.
Stay calm, don't get annoyed.
Foul play is afoot.
With 16 minutes remaining, Al's heart rate soars above 130. So Myra, the next nurse, coaches him to massage his carotid artery.
On one side, just rub it slowly.
Said carotid massage. Very smart. Of course, if he doesn't do much anything.
Just rub it and it brings your pulse down. It's working out, just give it time.
Here we go.
After 32 minutes on the ropes, Al has barely made it halfway. Because he volunteered to go last, he still must complete the final crossing on the higher rope.
To be honest, I don't think it's
right, well, congratulations, you guys did well in the game. We'll see a little bit later on when you actually earn any money on that game. All right, so let's go to the next one. All right, this is the third game. 5 players have been selected for it. We'd like to call it the swing for life, or if you'd rather, we can call it the swing for death. Either one, really, it doesn't really matter. 5 of you have been selected: Katie, Patrick, Dorothy, Elavia, and Allison. The way this works is, to win the game, all 5 of you have to plunge off this bridge and swing on a 100-foot rope. So, in order to win the game, all 5 of you have to make the plunge. Now, it's totally up to you to decide which order you all go in.
I can go first.
Okay, I'll go later.
Allison, you're going first.
I'll defer to the ladies.
Dorothy, you want to go third? Who wants to go fourth?
I know last.
Okay, I guess I'll go fourth.
Patrick, you go fourth. Lavia, you'll be the fifth and last one. This looks pretty scary.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he said your next time to
Yeah. I'll give you my stuff.
Okay.
You don't want to take yours with you?
Well, I'm afraid it might fall out of my pocket.
Like, tie 2 shoes.
Okay. Awesome.
It'll be fun.
Tell Michael J. Fox I love him. Okay. Go on, Kennedy. Little feet right there now. Okay, will someone be holding me? Just sit.
That's her father. Yes, she does.
Thank God there's no heart rate on this one. Okay. Yeah. Oh.
Very good.
Okay, they're gonna count down for me. Hold on a second.
Hey, come on, Keith. You can do this. You can do this.
I want to trust Patrick because without him, I don't think I could have done that. If he wasn't on my team, I don't think I would have been able to do it.
What do I do? I thought, well, I had no idea whether our leaders had bet 40,000 on this game or not, and I didn't want to let the team down.
Only one more player must swing to complete this game. But Olavia's decision is about to become more complicated. I want to make you a special offer. Now, I want to offer you an exemption. If you take the exemption, it means you don't have to face execution in this next round. You're guaranteed to make it to the next step of the game. But in order to get this exemption, you have to forfeit this game. You have to refuse to jump. You won't be getting any money for your team. In fact, it will be costing your team whatever money has been bet on this game.
Well,
Do you understand?
I completely understand. Tough spot to be in.
Elavia has been offered an exemption from the first execution, but only if she refuses to swing. Now she must reveal her decision to the other players. Elavia has something she wants to say to y'all.
Anderson offered me an exemption if I didn't jump, and I took
okay. I felt it was the right thing to do. Right.
What this means basically, because Lavia took the exemption, whatever money you all would have made on this event, you have forfeited. So you will not earn any money from this event, whatever it was going to be.
When Lavia got her exemption, I was somewhat miffed, but you know what? I understood. I would have totally taken it myself, so.
I wasn't real thrilled.
If she didn't take the exemption, she looks even more like a player because she's working for the team. She's trying to earn the money for the end.
But if she is the mole, then that's a really good way to cover herself up.
We didn't think you were going to do it from the beginning.
Your fearless leaders had the opportunity to bet separate amounts of money based on what they thought of each of you, basically, and your abilities and what they thought you could pull off. So for the bike biathlon, guys, how much did you bet on that?
40 grand.
For the second event, which I like to call Al's event, the Pulse Rope Walk. Now, if they bet $20,000 on this game, then you in fact got $20,000. You made the maximum today, $60,000. If they bet zero, because Lavia has taken the exemption that we gave her, that means you would earn no money for this game, so you'd only end up with $40,000. So, how much money did you bet on?
We bet $20.
Series. I know there's a lot more to come. Just stay tuned. Join us every Sunday. We'll watch a little bit more into the story here. To go on with the series, though, the most important thing that we do the next Sunday nights are our Bible study of what the Bible describes as our enemies. And before we get into them, like specifically, there's 3 enemies I want to talk about over the course of this series. I want to talk about the common goal that all of our spiritual enemies have. Okay, and for just a few minutes, I just want you to be able to follow with me as I go through a little bit of the New Testament scripture here. The book of Ephesians was written to a church, sort of a small starter church in the city of Ephesus, and they were undergoing a lot of persecution as the early church. It was really common for them to have happen to them. They had enemies, okay? There were people that were out to get them. They were out to point them out and execute them, to treat them harshly, to try to get them to abandon what they were doing in following the teachings of Jesus. And you'd think that whoever's writing here to Ephesians is going to tell them, hey, watch out for this person or that person. This is your enemy, that's your enemy, and sort of name people by name. Because there were a lot of bad guys doing bad things to the early church. But this is what it says at the end of the letter here in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. My Bible says this: our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. The author says, you know what? The enemies aren't the flesh and blood people that you could point out as your enemies, as you probably want to. It's actually a spiritual battle that we are involved in. I want to make sure that it's clear with you guys too. It is a spiritual battle that you have to engage in every day, guys. A spoiler alert for the TV series here. There's one person, you might have picked up on this already, that sort of like is just naturally suspicious. Everybody just suspects this person. That's going to go on for a few more episodes here as you guys watch this series. They look like the enemy. What we read here in the Bible is that the enemy is really undercover. It's a mole in that spy sense of the word. The enemies that we have spiritually try to work from within, in disguise, sometimes looking like good things, like positive things, like things we really should be pursuing. But in the end, they have one goal. What is that goal? Let me ask you guys, what's the goal of our spiritual enemies? What do our spiritual enemies want to do? Any ideas? What do you think, Ted? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. To get us to abandon our faith, or at least to stop from spreading the faith. It's kind of interesting to say those words, stop from spreading the faith. Like we're in this sort of worldwide pandemic right now, and we're trying to stop the spread of this particular disease. The enemies that we have try to get us to stop the spread of the faith that I hope that you have, and I hope that you claim here tonight. Let me let the Bible do the teaching here of what that looks like, what our spiritual enemies are after from a few other passages here. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1. The Spirit clearly says that in later times, some will abandon the faith and follow deceiving spirits and things taught by demons. Demons here, otherwise translated, is spiritual enemies, spiritual beings. The Spirit tells us that that's what our enemies are after, getting us to abandon the faith. 2 Timothy chapter 4, verses 3 through 4. A time will come when people will not put up with sound doctrine. Instead, to suit their own desires, they are going to gather around them a great number of teachers to say what their itching ears want to hear. They will turn their ears away from the truth and turn aside to myths. This, I think, describes a little bit of the game plan, the strategy of our enemies. They try to get us to follow things that sound good, stuff that we want to hear, stuff that we want to believe, versus the truth. I think it's really important, you guys, that as we sort of call out the spiritual enemies the next few weeks, we understand that that's how they're working. They're working underneath and within, much like the youth group that we have within our group right now, much like the mole we have within our youth group right now, and the mole on the TV series is acting. That's what our spiritual enemies act like. Okay? We have to be ready for that. We have to talk about them. We have to reveal what our enemies are after in order to sort of do the best we can to repel them, to resist them, to, with the power of the Holy Spirit, engage them. And that's what really this series is all about, guys. You have to know your enemy. And your enemy is after your faith. They're trying to get you to abandon the faith, or at the very least, to not spread it. Now, their tactics, I want to just kind of mention this in closing. The tactics of the enemy are not necessarily going to physically harm you or kill you like we normally think of enemies wanting to do, right? If we have an enemy in battle, they want to somehow keep us from achieving our goal, to kill us, to take us off of our strategies. Now, the spiritual enemies that we have aren't necessarily interested in harming or even killing us. What we learn from the Bible in lots of stories, and what we've seen in our own experiences in our faith, is that sometimes when we're hurt, our faith can get stronger. If you look at the story of Job, having things taken away from him and having him get hurt built up a legacy of faith, made his understanding of the Lord more robust, bigger, and something that he spread to other people. And we know people in our lives that have gone before us in faith, that have passed away, that have had such awesome faith, it still speaks to us today. Our spiritual enemies aren't necessarily after harming or killing us. Our spiritual enemies are after something that's more undercover, and it's taking away our faith and using strategies like causing us to doubt, now doubt's an important thing to address, we'll talk about that later, but causing us to turn away from particular things that we might not understand, or giving us influences that are directly, subtly keeping us away from understanding a little bit more of what God is doing. We got to understand that, guys. We got to talk about that. We got to uncover the enemy, say what they are doing, and that's what we're going to be doing the next few weeks here. So you got a few minutes here to talk in your small groups. I know a lot of that conversation is going to be about who's being suspicious, what we got to watch for. During this time, though, I also want to have you guys collect for your missions organizations. Thank you to Ian for correcting me on the 7th grade boys. You guys are working for me instead. But I do have up here some small group leaders to send one person to get these as we dismiss. I got you guys here. I also got your collection jars. And small group leaders, just turn those into me at the end of the evening. I tell my wife I lost the lid to hers. Okay? But we'll divide you guys up. If you're not sure where you're going, come see me as well. But tell you what, let me get a small group leader for each group to come up here real quick. I'll give you the guide to small group jars, and then you guys can go to your small group locations. She's here. I'll get her.
Claire. Should I end it?
What?
Should I end it? Yeah, quick. Who's all on there? Look.
Wave. Wait, what?
Wait, did you start the live again? Wait, she's actually on there?
I don't know.
We're waving to people.
I don't know what she's doing.
I don't know. What'd you
Send.
do?
What'd you do? I waved to everyone.
You waved.
Leave the iPad alone. All right.
Ryan.
We waved at our friends.
We waved to our friends.
Okay, say bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
Wait, Ryan. Wait, Ryan.
No, get out. No. Bye, go.